everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please hit the notification bell. That way, every time I upload a video, you will be the first one to see it. Note, all comments are alleged and our opinion and for entertainment purposes only, where we discuss celebrity news, celebrity gossip, what's going on IG and Google, and what's the hot topic for the day or the week. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Like I mentioned, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, to comment, but be kind and also turn on the notification bells. That way, every time I upload a video, you'll be the first one to see it. So let's get into it. Let me be very clear. The audio that you're going to hear is Kelsey Harris, how she viewed what transpired that night at Kylie's house in the car. This is Kelsey Harris's voice. I'll probably stop it, talk a little bit, but yeah, this is the audio from that night. Kelsey talking first about them being invited to Kylie's house for the party, and she goes into more detail. So let's get into the audio, and then we'll go from there. And then note in the comments, because I haven't heard this until today.
That's why we were back in LA. Okay, and I want to make a correction. We went back to LA after we were staying in New York for a little while filming. Once the pandemic broke out, we were supposed to travel overseas. Overseas got closed down, so we ended up relocating to LA.
Now, when you say relocating, was the plan that you were going to temporarily be staying in LA for a period of time?
Correct.
And what was the plan as far as how you were going to be staying there?
Until the pandemic was, over, and so everybody was back free to continue on with their, lives.
Were you guys staying together or in separate?
We were together.
Okay. And as far as this particular night, was there any event or anything going on?
There was no event, so we had actually got invited by Kylie Jenner to come over to her home to hang out. It wasn't like a party invitation, so we made plans to do that, and yeah, so we just went and attended Kylie's invitation.
And going to Tory Lanez, how long did you know him for this whole thing?
We actually had met earlier 2020.
When you say we, I guess I should probably, when you say we, are you referring to both of you and Meg met him around the same time?
Correct.
Okay.
Early 2020, we attended a brunch, a Rock Nation brunch, and that's where we all met.
Okay. And then what would you say was the relationship with Tory, between you, Meg, and Tory, up until that night, at least?
Everything was okay. There was no issues. The relationship between me and Tory, it was one of those situations you flirt. This is somebody that Meghan wanted me to, I guess have an involvement with. I ended up catching the virus. Actually, I went back to Houston. Her lease was up with her apartment. Got her apartment situated, caught the virus, and I stayed there. And I guess between that time, Meghan and Tory became close. I don't know what the relationship was, but they were with each other often, and that was that.
And then you came back out and met back up with them in California.
Correct.
How long would you say you're back out in California before this night in July?
Less than a week, if not a week, less than a week.
Were you staying with Meg at the time?
That's correct.
Okay. And then that night, you said you guys got an invitation from Kylie.
We didn't get the invitation that night. We received the invitation at the music video, which I believe that was maybe 2 days prior to the July 12th, or maybe a day prior to. And so, yeah.
So, did you go to Kylie's house with Meg?
Correct. She asked me to come with her.
Okay. Who else besides you and Meg went to Kylie's house?
In our party, our group, it was me, Meghan, and her stylist, EJ King.
Okay. And then, do you remember about what time you got there?
I don't want to say say around 6, 7 p.m. I believe that's the time we finally got there.
Okay. And so once you got there, what was everyone doing?
So once we got there, it was, I want to say maybe 6 people that Kylie already had present. Meghan volunteered to cook nachos, and so she actually began to cook nachos, and we were all outside just interacting, and then we began to play beer pong.
Like I mentioned, the voice that you hear is Kelsey Harris speaking on the night of the event. Right now, they're showing a picture of Kylie in the pool. So everything's falling into place of what a lot of the people were reporting, that Meghan made nachos, and then she felt that everybody was having a good time without her, and they were like, why don't you join us? So I'm going to continue. This is Kelsey's voice, not Meghan, not Kylie's voice. This is Kelsey's voice telling the police what transpired that night. So I'm going to continue.
Oh, there's a pool outside too, right?
There's a pool.
Okay. So you guys were all hanging out. You said Kylie had maybe about 6 or so people there already in the house.
Correct.
Do you know who any of those people were?
Yes. Well, I didn't know them until that night.
Oh, I see. Okay. Were any of them Tory though at the time you arrived?
No.
Okay. Who were the other 6 people, if you remember?
So her 3 best friends, I believe one, his name was Faye or Phi. The other guy, I can't remember his name. There was a female friend of hers, Kris Jenner's husband, her boyfriend, Odell Beckham, and Odell Beckham's friend. Actually, 9 people. And then a guy by the name of, what's his name? Their sons to a celebrity was 2, so 9 people.
Okay. So everyone's hanging out. Sounds like everyone's having fun. So people were drinking.
Yes.
Okay. And then what goes on as the night carries on?
So, we were playing beer pong, having a great time. Like, she had the basketball court out there also. We played basketball. Meghan was cooking. She came out, and she was just like, oh, y'all having fun without me. And we're like, well, come join us, And so she joined us, and we were all enjoying ourselves. Of course, we ended up into the pool, having fun, enjoying ourselves from there. Everybody's still having fun, drinking, consuming alcohol. So that's kind of when the night just began to, I guess, go left a little.
Okay. And when you say go left, what do you mean?
So it was a point of time where I lost my conscience, and due to the alcohol consumption.
Do you know? I mean, it's hard to say because you're losing consciousness, but do you remember about what time it was?
We weren't following with the time, honestly. We weren't following up with the time. We were having a great time.
Did you get a sense of how long you've probably at least been there before you started, maybe kind of losing out on?
I would say about maybe 10, 11, somewhere around there. I'll say that. That's not, I don't know how.
So mind you, they got there around 6, 7. She's saying she was extremely drunk around 10 or 11. So that's, yeah.
Accurate that is. So by the time I came back to my senses, Tory's down here, but everybody's gone. Everybody's gone, and so now it's just me, Meghan, Tory, EJ, the stylist, and Kylie, of course.
You have listening to Street TV.
Dot.
About what time it was when we came to?
No, again, I wasn't following up with the time.
But you were awake and lucid when Tory showed up?
I wasn't there, like, I didn't know when Tory showed up. I can't tell you what time Tory showed up. To my knowledge, Meghan called a few people on FaceTime and asked him to come over.
When you kind of came to, though, you saw him there, how were you feeling there at that point?
I was aware. I was okay.
Okay.
So now we're still in the pool. It's Kylie, Tory, and Meghan. They're kind of in like an area. I'm actually in the hot tub at this point. I believe that was a hot tub. I can't remember if that was a hot tub or just a smaller Well, she has. EJ's sitting, she has like a cabana style setup. He's sitting over there on his phone, so we're all just kind of just minding our business. You can hear at the end of the pool, Meghan is just like laughing uncontrollably. And it wasn't normal. I never heard her laugh like this, so you can kind of tell something was wrong. Tory did call for my name, and I acted like I didn't hear it. And Meghan was like, no.
Recordings just got better.
Commercial.
They were blurry, they were freezing.
Come back. I heard that, but Tory was going between Meghan and Kylie. And EJ said, Kelsey, it's time to go. Like, let's go. It's getting late. The alcohol consumption, it's time to go. So I said, okay, I told Meghan, hey, let's go. And she didn't want to leave. So I just went upstairs. I was going to go pack our suitcases because Kylie had when we got there, Kylie led us to a room where we can change and hang out and sleep or whatever. So I went upstairs to pack our suitcases. They were already packed. EJ had packed them. So I put my it's like a pajama set on. It's a top and a bottom. So I put my set on. I came back downstairs. I loaded EJ's vehicle, who we rode with. I loaded his vehicle with our suitcases, and at that point, I went back in. She wasn't ready to go, so me and EJ get outside. I sat inside of the car with Tory security.
You know that person?
Quan.
Okay.
Quan.
Now, he was security. Was he also basically Tory's driver?
Tory's security driver friend. Kind of just playing all of the roads, right?
Did you know him before this date, Quan?
I never met Quan.
Okay, that was the first time.
That was my first time meeting Quan.
Did you know, was he local to LA or did he travel with Tory? Do you know?
I know he didn't travel with Tory because, like I said, that was my first time meeting him. I don't know when Quan came in and how long they've been acquainted, or he was just there for that night. I can't tell you.
So he had a separate car.
Tory had a separate car.
And that's the car you got into?
That's the car I got into. I sat in the front seat. Quan sat in his driver's seat. And I was actually on FaceTime with my sister, and we were talking, just kind of one of those things like, girl, I can't believe we're here, we used to watch this growing up.
Yeah.
So, we're talking regular talk. And then so EJ says, Kelsey, tell Meghan it's time to go. Her wig is coming off of her head. So at that point, it's like, okay, no, we have to go because her appearance isn't, it's not holding up correct.
Yeah.
So I went inside and I said, Meghan, let's go. She didn't even know her wig was coming off. And I said, your wig. So that made her come on and get up out the pool. So Tory stayed in with Kylie. So we come outside. This time, we're making our plans to leave. I guess at some point she tells EJ, no, Tory's taking us home. So they transferred the luggage from EJ's car to Tory's car. And so once they did that, Meghan jumped in the front seat. Now Quan's driving, and I'm in the back seat behind Meghan.
And EJ just drives off in his own car, right?
Not just yet.
Okay.
So I want to be clear and make sure I'm not losing my. Okay, so once we do that, Meghan, she tells Quan to get Tory it's time to go. So Quan goes in to grab Tory. We stay in the car. Tory comes out and he's like, "No, take them home." His demeanor was he didn't want to get in the car. Why? I don't know.
Tory didn't want to get in the car.
Tory didn't want to get in the
Did he
car.
seem upset at all?
It wasn't that he was upset. I think he wasn't upset. He did not want to get in the car. He didn't want to get in the car with us. Like I said, at that point, I'm not aware of why. So anyways, we leave. So Tory stays at the house of Kylie. It's me, Quan, and Meghan. So we leave. EJ follows up behind us. He goes home. Because there's no reason for him to follow us. He's going home. So as we're leaving, Meghan is still doing this laugh. I'm kind of just in the back seat, just I don't know, just in the back seat. And then I guess she realizes that she had left a slipper, a Louis Vuitton slipper slide that she wears. And so she demanded Quan to take us back to Kylie. And so we pull up to Kylie's house, and everybody's kind of confused. Her security guards are outside, probably like 6 security guards.
So